The mysterious disappearance of the Soddern children 1945. On Christmas Eve, 1945, the Soddern family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, was filled with holiday cheer. George and Jenny Soddern lived there with their 10 children, a large and happy family. That night, 5 of the children, Morris 14, Martha 12, Louis 9, Jenny 8, and Betty 5, asked to stay up late and play with their new toys. Their mother agreed, reminding them to lock the doors and turn off the lights before going to bed. At around 12:30 a.m., the phone rang. Jenny answered and heard a woman's voice asking for someone who didn't live there. In the background, there was laughter and clinking glasses. When Jenny told the woman she had the wrong number, the caller laughed strangely before hanging up. Jenny noticed the lights were still on and the doors were unlocked, but she assumed the children had simply forgotten. She turned everything off and went back to bed. At 1:30 a.m., Jenny woke up again. She heard something hitting the roof, a strange, rolling sound before silence. A few minutes later, she smelled smoke. Flames had engulfed George's office, quickly spreading through the house. Jenny screamed for her husband and the children. 4 of them, George Jr., John, Marion, and Sylvia, escaped with their parents. But the 5 children who had stayed up late were trapped inside. George tried to rescue them, but a series of bizarre obstacles stopped him. The phone line had been cut, preventing them from calling for help. The ladder, which he always kept against the house, was missing. His trucks wouldn't start, even though they had worked fine earlier that day. Water from a rain barrel was frozen solid, making it impossible to douse the flames. In just 45 minutes, the house collapsed into ashes. Firefighters didn't arrive until the next morning, too late to save anyone. They searched the rubble for bones or remains, but found nothing. Experts later said it was impossible for a fire to completely cremate 5 bodies, especially in such a short time. A local fire chief suggested the fire was hot enough to destroy bones, like appliances, and part of the foundation remained intact. Yet there were no remains of the children. The official cause of the fire was ruled an electrical issue, but George disagreed. He had recently had the wiring checked and found no faults. A bus driver said he saw balls of fire being thrown at the house that night. A woman working at a diner claimed to have served breakfast to 5 children matching the Soddern kids' descriptions the morning after the fire. Another woman said she saw a man and woman watching the fire from a distance before speeding away in a car. Then, months later, Sylvia, the youngest Soddern child, found a small green object in the yard. It looked like a military-style incendiary device. Could the fire have been caused by an attack